Hi guys, what if I told you there are over 2 million drivers on the UK roads that are driving without insurance this very minute, and many of them are getting away with it? Or that I'm a multi-millionaire and I don't need car insurance. I can self-insure like I do with my cars over in America. So I can do that here in the UK. Or that one of the most common excuses used when caught on the phone while driving might actually bring you more legal trouble, not less. This video might make you rethink what you thought you knew about driving legally in the UK. So buckle up, hit the subscribe button, hit the little like button, because it really helps my video, and let's break it down. Cheers. So let's start with insurance, or lack of it in this case. The Motor Insurance Bureau estimates that 1 in every 20 cars on the UK roads are uninsured. That's about 2 million drivers rolling the dice. And in many cases, they're not getting caught. But how? How is this possible? Well, we all know about the automatic number plate recognition systems, ANPR, and central databases. So how are these uninsured drivers slipping through the cracks? Here's the thing, the Motor Insurance Database, MID, updates their database every 7 days. That means if someone cancels their insurance or takes out a fake policy, there is a window where they will still appear insured. Then there's ghost brokering, where scammers sell fake insurance or doctored insurance certificates, often to young drivers who think they're getting a great cheap deal. The policy might look real until it doesn't exist when they really need it. There was one young man that got pulled over after a minor bump and was shocked to find out when the police told him his insurance was fake and he had absolutely no idea. The result, 6 points on his license, a £300 fine, and the car was impounded. Let's be honest, police resources are stretched. There is a heavy reliance on the ANPR camera system and tip-offs, unless you're tip-offs by the council from the bin wagon, that is, unless you are in an accident or randomly stopped. You could be uninsured for weeks without detection, and particularly if you live in a rural area where there's no cameras anyway, you could be driving around for years possibly. And with rising premiums, especially with younger drivers, some people simply take the risk, but there are the harsh realities to that. So if you crash your car without insurance, you're going to have to pay out of your own pocket to fix the car you've just crashed into, or your own car, and the damages caused to whatever you crashed into. And if someone crashes into you and they're uninsured, you'll claim through MIB, but your own premiums will still go up as well. So we can't win, we get penalised even if we're insured. As I said before, the rest of us always have to pay for these uninsured drivers. That's just, we have no option. It's wrong, but that's how it is. So there might be some of you saying, well, I'm very rich, I can self-insure. And can you actually do that in the UK like you can in some states in the US? Well, no. Even if you're a millionaire or a billionaire, you cannot self-insure in the UK like you can in America. UK law requires insurance from a provider that is registered with the Motor Insurance Bureau. So your policy has to be logged on the national database, otherwise you'll be classed as uninsured. There is only one exception to this. Well, no, possibly 2 or 3 exceptions to this. One, if you're a fleet operator and then you have to have prove that you've got £500,000 available if anything happens. 2, you're a government body. Or 3, you've got diplomatic immunity. So like I just said, you need to deposit £500,000 with the Department of Transport, and even then it's rarely granted. So unless you're part of the royal family, let me know down in the comments if that's right. They don't need car insurance, just like they don't have a driving license. Anyway, if you're a billionaire in this country, in the UK, or a multi-millionaire, you can't self-insure. You need to get an insurance policy. So let's look at the mobile phone situation. And we all know the rules that you can't use the mobile phone in the UK, and it has to be in a cradle for you to get away with even touching it. But some people use poor excuses that will actually make the whole situation much worse for you. So since March 2022, the law changed. Now you can't even use the phone for any purpose while driving. Not even scrolling through playlists, touching the screen just to check the time, holding it. It's a blanket ban. And yet nearly 400,000 drivers are caught every year, and many try to use this same excuse. Officer, I was just for a split second taking my phone out of my pocket because it was uncomfortable and putting it on the seat next to me. I wasn't using it at all, honest. So let's combine these two offences for a second. Imagine this, you're a young 18-year-old new driver. You've recently got cheap insurance from a ghost broker and you're caught using the mobile phone behind the wheel while driving. Well, for a start, you'll have no valid insurance because you've been scammed. You've been caught using your mobile phone while driving, or the engine is switched on while stationary, it doesn't matter. You'll receive 12 points on your license. You'll get instant disqualification from driving under an act called the New Driver Act. Your car could be seized and you'll end up with a criminal record. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments, what you think about these selfish drivers. Have you had enough of keep paying for them with your premiums keep going up? I kind of feel sorry for the ones that have attempted to get insurance, have been duped by scammers. At least they've tried. Excuse me. But the law doesn't see it that way, which, should there be some leniency there? That's for debate. Let me know down in the comments. But on the whole, if you're not insured, why? You might be watching this and you're not insured yourself. Why do us drivers that are insured pay for you guys? Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.